Morning! Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. This is me, Annie, and there's a man in the house.
How did that
Oh
happen?
no! This is Andy, who hopefully you will all go, I know who he is.
What do
Who
you mean,
are you?
hopefully? I'm pretty sure everyone, as soon as it starts, wait a minute. That's Andy 2D6, internet celebrity and A-list legend.
What? In the same house? Is this a crossover episode?
I believe it is.
So if you've been following, you will know that I've been getting a new housemate who moved in yesterday. So welcome to Andy. If you'd like to say hello. If you, for some reason, if you don't know who he is, then you should have a look on his YouTube, which is Andy2D6. Do you want a quick intro of what it is?
Well, at the moment, it's a combination of red hot, sizzling, live streaming action, which is usually, well, every Tuesday night, there's allegedly a Warhammer Age of Sigmar show, but it's pretty much all kinds of random nonsense and occasionally talks about the game at hand. And then also, typically at the moment, lots of Kings of War tactical analysis as well. So that's pretty much it at the moment. While we're in lockdown, there's not that many games being played in general. So
yes, you should all go and follow Andy's stuffage. So yes, he's moved in as of yesterday, as he's come to Nottingham to seek his fortune.
And fame.
And fame.
Well, do I really need to seek the fame?
Yeah. So there's a lot of fame going on in the house now. So yeah, that's cool. Not missed any comments. God, we've been squeezing everything in. We've had a fun day yesterday of moving Andy's stuff in and moving my things around. And my stuff's more of a hassle than your stuff because I have a lot of Squiddo stuff and Annie stuff. So yeah, we've been moving all that around. So we'll be doing that today as well. I mentioned that I'll be taking Tuesday and Wednesday off to carry on moving all this stuff and to also just have some time off. So I might be in the garden, which is cool. So yeah, where do we start? I've not done a live with anyone before. Well, live Sunday morning coffee. Kind of cool.
Yeah, what is this madness? Live streaming in the mornings.
Good morning.
It's a very novel concept to me, that.
But we've got it. We've got people here. Oh yes. So if you've not been here before, so every Sunday I do Sunday morning coffee. So we have a catch up of the week, see what's happening. We go talking about next week, what's coming up. If you don't follow any of our usual stuff, go have a look. So we've got the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Facebook group that a lot of people don't know about. It's called Baggy's Cave. So yes, if you've not come before, make sure to follow all the stuff. Had a bit of Twitter fame this week. That was kind of cool. So one of my accidental half-assed tweets, probably one of the most half-assed tweets I've done, went crazy. So I'm famous now. So that's strange. No, I think I've got like 400 extra followers or something, which is really cool. So I can't remember what it was now. It was just a gripe, and it's kind of gone nuts. So so we had like hundreds of retweets, and we're on the thousands of likes, which is kind of wild. But it means that loads of people have found Bad Squiddo this week who were totally new to it, which is what I always want to sort of get more people into the gang.
I assume that's translated into just vast amounts of orders as well.
Oh, naturally. I think I might have had one extra order, which is cool.
One extra order per every 400 followers.
That would be
bad.
That would be a very good conversion rate, actually. But no, it's obviously like long-termy stuff and all that. That's cool. So I'm super happy about that. I've not been miserable this week. That's good. I'm hoping now Andy is around, I'll have some accountability to not slope around all the time, sort of eating ice cream in my pants, because that's not socially acceptable, apparently.
But it was around the guinea pigs. It was acceptable.
Yeah, they didn't mind. Well, they couldn't complain. So yeah, that's all quite exciting. So I'm very glad Andy has moved here. If you are a Nottingham-based board games company looking to hire,
I don't think you could do better than this, really.
So yeah, that's ace. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, it just means that we'll be doing some extra, just getting all the bits together. probably dragging Andy into more random videos because I've got human interaction now.
I'm leeching off my celebrity status, obviously.
Of course. So and Andy is very famous, so I've got him in to get the clicks and the views up.
Once I'm in that thumbnail, it's gonna
it's gonna skyrocket. We might get 41 viewers next week.
What you need to do is you need me on one side of the thumbnail and you on the other side, like
Oh, yeah.
shocked.
Yeah. I was going to put the rubber guinea pig mask on you and do an unveiling, but I don't want to put the rubber guinea pig mask on anybody. It's horrible.
I thought I might have to wear that for a little while the guinea pigs were acclimatizing to my presence. But they don't seem to be too bothered.
They're not. They're surprisingly quiet at the moment too. Do you have a favourite guinea pig so far from your limited interaction?
I don't think so yet. Maybe that'll be one to keep your eye on, whether I develop a favourite guinea pig.
Do you have what's your favourite thing about the house so far?
I would say the coasters.
Coasters are very good. So Andy's brought his own coasters with him. Well, look here. So these appeared last night. They're of this elderly gentleman. So is that one? And is that his son?
Yes, it is.
That's his son. And that's his work colleagues. Is this an uncle, perhaps?
Well, sadly, no, because I would be in a very enviable position then in Hollywood if I was related to that family. But no.
Who is this gentleman?
How can you not recognise Dick and Barry Van Dyke?
I like this one. This is my favourite. He's being very quizzical over a skull. I like that.
I'm just looking at the chat, waiting for it to just go nuts with Diagnosis Murder fans now.
I know. They've been quite quiet today. What's going on with the chat? Maybe you're making my video... Maybe you're ruining my video.
It's possible.
It's all going to go smaller and smaller.
Can you see the like to dislike ratio from here?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, that would be a nice surprise for you at the end.
So we have that. And also, if you'd like to grab... We're now a Manchester City house. So we like Manchester City, but not United. Because they're blue, and blue is good in football.
That's correct. That's all you need to know.
So I'll make sure that's in the background of all the future videos. But I don't know about the sports. So what if I lose followers because they're not the good ones to follow?
That's just a risk you have to take, unfortunately.
I know.
If you have any kind of opinion or passion for anything, you're always going to alienate a couple of people, aren't you? At the opposite end.
So I guess I shouldn't be quiet on my love for Manchester City, and I should go just full throttle at that, like I've been with the other issues, and just not let anyone sort of put that
I'd
down.
say so. You may drive a few people away, but the people you have left will be more appreciative, and they'll probably kind of thrust more money in your direction.
So Manchester City folk have lots of cash. Is that good?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. But maybe they'll be willing to part with some of it.
They might. If Katie is here, I got the mug. So I can't see. It's the various guinea pigs doing yoga. So thank you. That arrived in the post this week. Thank you. I like that. What mug have you got for your first Sunday morning coffee?
I've got Simpsons, and I can't see what it says from this angle, but it's something like, if it's hard to do,
it's
then
not worth doing.
Yeah. That's not really a good motto, is it?
You have just moved quite dramatically and quickly, so that's kind of hard and worth doing. So.
Yes, I'll turn that side away from you if you need the extra motivation. So you don't have to look at that.
Yes, they are yoga pigs. How cool is that? Oh, I'll use my Diagnosis Murder coaster.
Some guinea pigs do yoga for real.
You
would think so.
They do lots of sleep yogas. I need to integrate the guinea pigs into the channel as well, because they're just there, but they're all just snoozing and eating. So.
I'm sure a separate guinea pig channel would probably bring in vast amounts of viewers.
Yes, I watch quite a lot of guinea pig channels.
Yet you haven't diversified into that area yourself yet.
Not yet. So will.
Just think of all that YouTube money.
What sponsored content? I was talking to Anjali about we're gonna do a sponsored content where we get sponsored by, for example, Kenko, and then I can go, I do like a coffee, but you know I'm discerning with my coffee, but Kenko makes the best coffee. I reckon that'll work. Do you think if I approach them, I might get some sponsors? That would be cool. You could sponsor my channel. That would be cool.
We could sponsor each other's channels.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know, maybe that kind of works out in the negative in the end, though, because there's probably some kind of siphoning off of the funds from the various sources as it goes through. You have your various middlemen that are going to be taking a slice out of it.
That's true.
It's like I've heard of people backing each other on Patreon, but obviously Patreon take a slice. So really they're just losing out.
So that, yeah, and Patreon are loving it. So there's that. Right, I'm going to bid you farewell. So I get on with the rest of my Sunday morning coffee. Watch my viewers go back up. Or maybe down.
We'll see.
Maybe down.
So everyone exit this video now.
No.
And show where the ratings goal is.
Thank you for coming to Sunday morning coffee. Alright, I will move over here. Hello. So I continue my other ramblings of, well, I was going to boring bad Squiddo matters. They're not boring. So that's yes. So this week has been, if you've watched the previous few, some cool minis there. I can see them in the background. If you've seen the previous few videos, I've not been in the best of mood, and I've been a bit concerned afterwards because I thought, that's not very good for you to watch. But I'm in a good mood. Hooray! So that is excellent. And it means that I've got some stuff done. So yeah, last Sunday was probably the worst. It did. Someone said it literally went up 10% as you left, Andy. It's gone up more. Bye, Andy. What was on his shirt?
It's Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
Godzilla's nemesis.
So there we go. What have I got? Some thingies there. Yes, so last Sunday's was a bit of a grim one because I was just very sad. And then I had some very bad personal news on Monday. So Monday and Tuesday got wiped out and was really terrible. But then a very good friend of mine came over to the office on Wednesday and Thursday in all social distancing manner, pretty much a hazmat suit. Because the office is it's got like a few different rooms. She sat in the different room, packed loads and loads of blisters, which is amazing. So they all got loads of stuff that's been around, basically, has got sorted. So that was a huge weight off that. So thank you, Gail, if you're watching. Thank you. She's the best. So that's just really, really nice. We just got, plowed through loads of stuff. And having her there was like an incentive for me to make sure I did something other than just sat staring at the void, which I've done quite a bit lately. What else? So that was just a really good boost. I got all the orders that had been sort of flagging behind from my time off. They all went out. The emails are mostly caught up. If it's not urgent, then it takes a little bit longer just because I've got any sort of urgent order related emails, and any chat type ones are just when I get the time for it. So it's sorry about that. So that's good. It's good that it's getting caught up. Got some new stuff to show you. I got some painted stuff, but it's all still wrapped in a million bubble wraps that even if I got Andy on and wrapped it now, it'd take probably hours. So I'll have to save that for the next one. But I've got these new upcoming releases to show you. Thank you, Tim. My hair is cool. Purple's good. It's long. How's it getting long? So I've got this new stuff to show you. And then I did ask the casters how long it'd take to get it released, basically. Because I want it all. I want it now. So we've got these. So I'm reckoning they'll be ready in 2 to 3 weeks-ish. Maybe if he's watching now, he'll go, ooh. So that's cool. I've got, oh yeah, I'm looking at them off cam. And exciting. So I'm hoping these will excite you. I've shown one of them off. Oh no, I've just dropped one and it's very small. Why is it so small? I don't know where I've put that. Sorry about that. Oh, it's here. Here it is. Whew. I've lost one there. So I've got a new cool release. It's all part of the Terrain Bad Squiddo Scenics. I need to get another cam or something to make this, because you know I'll then do my let's try and show it off thingy. So I've got this new release coming up, and I thought I'd show you off. I need to figure out, I think I vaguely figured out prices, but I can't remember what they were. But these are possibly the best things I've ever seen. So yeah, man. So it's 3 different gnome houses, which will eventually focus. Come on, it's been extra bad at the moment. Why won't you focus? Oh, it is now. You'll slowly creep up on it, it might. It's weird. It's normally a bit rubbish at focusing, but if I hold. Nope, it's being extra rubbish at it. I might have pressed something. So there's a gist anyway. So it's these 3 little houses. So that's one of them. Fortunately, I can't zoom because it's not going to let me show the. It's not my face, is it? No. Oh, it had it there. Hey, there we are. That's the optimal position. No. Oh well. So we got this house. That's the one I showed off before. I'll take some close-up pictures of all the little details on there because they're adorable. So it's 3 stump houses. This one's got little mushroom steps on the way up. Yeah, it's not going to show you. Which is not going to show the inhabitants either because they're so small. So there's another one. Again, it's rubbish that it's not working there. Hey, there we go. So there's the allotment at the bottom. That's to do with the lighting, I think. So there's that. All vines. Maybe if I hold my hand there. Show you. Yay! That one's got a little bench. A little table and chairs. You can walk past Andy. It's okay. He's creeping by. Going to check all your subscribers that have gone up now.
We'll see about that.
So there's it. And there's that. This one's got a little post box that I really like at the bottom. So they're the 3 houses. So they'll be available on their own. And I think they suit sort of 8 to 10 mil. And obviously smaller if you've got that, because that'll still work. So if you've got your own figures you want to put on them, that's cool. And then these are the inhabitants. They are so small and they are so cute. These little gnomes. So there's some. And there's some. And there's one little guy who's lying down, but I don't know if I can show you him. He's so small. Gary says, those stump houses look fun. Would they be safe to paint up and put in the garden, I wonder? I don't actually know. I will find out. I know you can buy resin things for the garden. Don't know if it's a particular resin and then obviously particular paint or something. I will find out. So yeah, you'll be able to get a pack of gnomes. Oh, the yawning's begun now. A pack of gnomes and a pack of these, which means that you can actually just buy loads of these without having to buy the big houses, and make a whole army of them. I think would be acceptable. That's kind of cool. I'm just gonna have some more coffee. Again, Katie, if you've not seen this yet, to come along. Thank you for my mug. It is ace. I got I put it in my room. I had quite a few gifts in this week, which was really nice. So I had partly because I'd had such a bad time at the end of last week and the start of this week. I had some Amazon wishlist stuff came in. They didn't have notes, so I don't know who they're from. But I had the Nanny State Lager from Brewdog. A big chunk of that arrived, which is very nice. So it's more alcohol-free beer, so I can have beer. And I could have like a celebratory beer yesterday without drinking the beer, so that was cool. I got a book. Andy's walking down the stairs. The slower you're walking, the more it's creaking. What have we got? Oh, are we sponsored by Diagnosis Murder now?
Not officially.
This is Diagnosis Murder, which I think I have to watch it all today. Is that the case?
Sounds good to me.
So I do have to watch some, so I at least understand who this elderly gentleman is, and his work colleagues. Let's put him. I could prop him up there. There we go. So I got Mike. I've been trying to find his Twitter account. I know it says, so I'm not giving away his details. I know it's Mike Fine, but his name on Twitter is Mike Fine, but his account number is something else, and I can't find him. And I need to thank him for my book. So if you can help me find him, find him. Or if you're watching, Mike, even more. I just want to thank properly, because I only gave a quick thanks because I was in between something, but that's amazing. So it's this little book on different robots, which is really cute. There's all these little cute robots, and it's just a nice sort of like just sit and casually read, which is fun, which is what I need, stuff that isn't heavy reading. So I got that. I got some carrot flakes for the guinea pigs, which was cool. I got a book which I've put over there, so I'll go that next week. But I've just been getting all these presents in the post. They're like, oh, thank you. So yeah, it makes a really big difference, because if I'm feeling a bit crap and then I get this nice thing, or just message. I've had loads of really lovely messages that have just like totally. I can't remember the name of the book. It's over there, but I'll bring it over. It's very good. Yeah, just the messages this week have just blown my mind, and also so even though I'm joking about it, the Twitter viral type thing is huge, because there's so many new people have been finding us. So, and then they've been messaging. So all week they've just been getting all these tweets of people going, "No way! I've just found this company. Oh wow! I need all the things." And obviously they don't instantly turn into sales, and I'm there going, "I've hit the big time." But it's just ace. It's more people there, and obviously that does help the business in all sorts of different ways. But I have been getting a fair amount of people going, "No way, these women are cool. She does guinea pigs and capybara and gnomes," and it's just watching people find this for the first time and just get really excited. It's like, yes, that's why I do it. It's really cool. So I'm really excited about that. It's just given me a good boost at the perfect time, really. Well, just as I need it, because I've been so fed up of feeling crappy that I've been feeling really crappy, but I've been bored of it. It's like, I just want to feel like decent again and get loads of stuff done. So that's good. And again, having somebody else around in the house, I think, is going to help quite a lot. Just to not just slip into being absolutely rubbish. I actually got set up for the video today for once. I was all set up in time, which is a rarity. So and I'm washed and dressed. I'm not sort of dressed up to here and then in pajamas to sort of slink off to bed afterwards. So I'm obviously going to finish this, get loads of stuff done. So that's cool. Yeah, it was just that one tweet. And so all the time I try and make viral tweets, it fails. So it was me grumpy after a really long, a 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift. Stood at the tram stop, and I was like, it was just because there's quite a lot. Obviously, people are chatting more about diversity at the moment, which is brilliant, and that's sort of gone into general diversity in miniatures. So I keep seeing a lot of threads where people are going, "Oh, does anyone do minis of different ethnicities, and then it's kind of crossed into what about women wearing clothes. And I see a lot of it, a lot of the time people ask. And then maybe, so it's good. I saw a couple of you mention me, thank you. Yeah, someone will, they'll all mention the stuff that might have one thing, and then I appear like, hello, I have loads of stuff. Here is the thing that you've been moaning that nobody does, but I do it here, so that's cool. And I don't know, I don't expect a medal, but I kind of think people would go, yes, that's exactly what I was, yes. But a lot of the time, I'm there going, hello, here I am doing the thing that you've just been like saying you'll die if anyone ever does it. Yeah, and then I might get cool. Like, oh, okay, fine. So that's pretty much what my little rant was. We had made up conversation of somebody saying, oh, link on Facebook, just sat there saying waiting. Oh, I think it might need to be refreshed. Oh no. I need to look into this. So Andy, the new housemate, he is a very long YouTuber person. So I'm gonna get him to help me with some of these bits of YouTube that I don't understand. So it's cool. So he's already got a few hints and tips. So it's cool. I'm gonna let him use my lights as well. So expect clearer videos from him. What was I about to say? Yeah. So my oh no, hang on, I'm concerned there's people in this little waiting hub. Let me just... Oh no. Oh, here I am. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, I don't want people to be trapped in the hub. I'm hoping that by now they'll have come through. But yes, Katie's here. Katie, thank you for my mug. I've got it here. My yoga guinea pigs. That is excellent, and made me do a big smile when it came. So thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to learn the ways of the YouTube because it's all a bit complicated. So yeah, so I'll get Andy to help me with that, which would be handy. What was I going to say? Viral tweet. Yeah, so my kind of sarcastic, grumpy, like, no, yeah, no. And I'll see loads of articles about it, and it's like, why don't people do? And I know, obviously, I'm not here going, I'm the only person, because there are quite a lot of companies now doing it, and there's not enough. There's not enough companies that are making women in clothes and ethnically diverse miniatures, and there always needs to be more, and it'll take quite a while for to really even out. But there are people doing it. So there's me, obviously, that's my focus, but there are quite a few other companies that do it without making it their big deal, I guess. So, like Otherworld are a one that I lift up quite a bit because they were doing it for a long time before a lot of us. Just their Dungeon Explorer range has got just lots of different types of people in it, and it's just really nice range and kind of a bit understated. But there's loads. So when I used to stock miniatures, obviously I went through pretty much everyone's catalogue. So I know there's quite a lot of it out there. So I don't know. I just feel a bit grumpy when they go, nobody's doing this, and then all of us that are going, hello. It's like, if only someone would make these. Hello. So yeah, kind of my little grump just went really, really crazy on Twitter. Let's see what it's on now. I've never had anything go so enormous. What is it? Hang on, I'm just clicking here. Grumpy Annie. Oh, crap. Sorry, I've ruined this. I'm a YouTube professional. I tweet so much nonsense that I can't find my own tweets. Hang on. Sorry, gonna. Where is it? And then it kind of it made loads of other tweets happen. Somebody's put this massive thread of tweets yesterday up in Spanish, so I had to translate it all. But just talking about how they love my company. And it's like, this. Can't even find my little tweet. Where is it? There it is. What's it on? So we're on 368 retweets and over 1,000 likes. It just tells you 1,000. Doesn't actually tell me exactly how many. But yeah, that's so cool. So just clicking around there. And yeah, it feels really stupid being like, oh, we got so many likes. But when it's part of running a company now, is just get that endless social media reach. So it does make such a big difference. Because you're all ace, but you're all in this sort of bubble that we've got where we've got lots of mutual friends and we all sort of follow each other. So to reach out of that bubble to something new is really good. I've been trying to sort of reach out to the sort of role play sort of land as well, so that more of the role players. Now we've got quite a few fantasy miniatures, so that's really cool. So that is ace, and that's made my week. And I only had a few bad messages in response to it, but that was quite a small amount, so that's really good. I know last week, no, the week before, I accidentally made about 4 streams by accident, and there were people waiting all over the place. We'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, I'm gonna get once we've got more stuff sorted, I'll get Andy for some tips and tricks. There's a lot more coming as well. Sorry, my brain just scatters between all the different topics. I was about to start writing on the back of this Tesco Club card. I don't have a Tesco Club card. So that's why they're messaging me. I was going to write down a list of topics for today, but then I realised it was 9:59, so it came straight on here. So yeah, I'm just really proud of Bad Squiddo at the moment. I'm glad it's getting a bit more of the lift up that it needs, because it's obviously, I've invested everything in terms of money, time, sanity, youth, the best years of my life. So to get it recognised is just great. And yeah, just to sort of re-emphasise that when you're just constantly sort of putting your everything at this one sort of cause, and then people turn up and go, it's really crap that nobody does this. And you go, nobody does it. No, not a single person. So yeah, my bit of grump that's then worked. It's cool. So maybe I need to channel Grumpy Annie into some more viral tweets. So yeah, it's just set off this chain reaction. So all week, basically, my Twitter's just been blowing up just with various messages, and then people go back through my tweets and retweet all that. And Twitter's just really lovely. I really like it. I know a lot of people sort of that haven't used it will go, it's just people, posting their dinner. But it's what you make it. So I've got just Wargamers. Obviously, I follow a few other bits that I'm just personally interested in. But I mostly have it as that Wargamer hub. And there are terrible parts of it, but you can curate it quite nicely just by blocking people. There are a few people in my replies that are just going, yep, block and block you. There's a behaviour called sea lining, which if you haven't heard of it, you should look it up. It's basically people ask questions that seem innocent and it's not. It's them trying to take your emotional energy, basically. So they'll ask things that you could just easily Google, but they're pretending that they want to learn, and they don't. They just exhaust you. But it's framed in this, like, I'm just curious. So they do it with everything, and I see people get sucked into it a lot, and I used to. I'm generally way better now. To just stop this, because you end up explaining, still go, well, why is it that people want minis that aren't? I'm just saying. And yeah, you just end up explaining, and you end up typing paragraphs really well thought out, and they don't care. They're not even reading it. They're just looking for something to be antagonistic. So there was a bit of that on Twitter. So I just block them. But then I kept seeing people like, no, don't waste your time on them. They're not worth your time. So yeah, but that as a minority was ace. I really expected when it started blowing up, I was going, oh, I'm going to get so much crap now. And actually I'm not, so it's cool. It's bad that I've got this, like, there's a percentage of crap that I just sort of accept as a thing of being woman online and in that sort of feminist space, which is depressing, but I'm kind of just used to it now. Is Andy a Gaslands player? I don't think so, but definitely will be soon. I think it's definitely going to get gas landed up. I've got all the stuff here, and it's kind of cool. So because we're not allowed to go see people and do stuff, having somebody else in the house is really really neat. So yeah, so I'm really happy. I didn't because I've been pondering my house situation for quite a while, and so I've been trying to figure out what to do. Just it's partly because obviously the world's on fire and about to be more on fire. Been trying to find ways to save money and all that sort of stuff. So I looked at moving somewhere smaller, looked at moving into shared houses, and nothing kind of sat right. And it was pretty much the same time that Andy mentioned he needed somewhere else to live. And I kind of on a whim went, yeah, you know what, I could deal with that. And I still wasn't sure because I also lived on my own for quite a while now. So it's only day 2, but it's actually way more exciting than I thought I would be. So I think that change in dynamics is going to be wicked. And I now have to watch Diagnosis Murder. So and like the Manchester City. But I think that's going to be a really positive step. So that's excellent. As well as, yeah, I might even be able to play some games. And who knows how long lockdown's going to actually last, well, the whole sort of thing in general pandemic world. So it's nice to not be shuffling around the house on my own. So that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, he's moved here to get a wargaming job, which I did say that if you hang around Nottingham long enough, you get employed by a wargames company. So I'm hoping he will. He's probably going to get roped into some bad Squiddo stuff, but he can't work and live here. It's become one of those slave situations where people don't get paid; they get paid in board and food. The only part of Nottingham's wargamer slave trade, or that's not slave trade. You know what I mean. So yeah, I won't have this poor boy working and being paid in lodgings. So I'm hoping someone cool will employ him. So yeah, if you're a war games company, hire him. Yes. I think he doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna try and get him onto some of my social media because that needs some working. Oh god, campaign miniatures. That is just the worst. I see it so much in this industry. Just stuff like, we'll pay you in minis. Like, no. Vision of potential future videos if you don't get on, and this gradual decomposing body propped up next to you. Yeah, I get more and more. Yes, it's fine. But it's a nice challenge is a terrible word. I've kind of got so adamant that I must live on my own, so it's quite I don't know. So fun and exciting. It's just changing everything up a bit, and I needed that, I think. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, so I'm just moving. I've got these little gnomes here. It's so cool. So yes, I was really late because I've been sad at the start of the week, and then sad for probably like the last few weeks. I've really not been that great. My leg's dead. So I hadn't prepared the house as I should have. So I needed to clear his room and obviously just move the whole sort of house around. And I did most of it yesterday in a big rush. So it was the room that I was filming in. It's got all my hobby stuff, general boxes of junk, loads of bad Squiddo officey type things that there's no space for at the office. So because I was in a hurry, I chucked them all onto my bed. And then I chucked a load into the kitchen. So hobby place is going to the kitchen now. And yeah, so the house, Andy's mostly unpacked his stuff in his room. And I'm, what's it? Brain? Yeah, my stuff's everywhere. So I've got the rest of today where I'm just going to try and make it as habitable as possible because obviously he's trying to unpack all his stuff and my stuff's everywhere. So get all that sort of settled in. Go to work Monday, let him pot around and acclimatise without there being an Annie everywhere, and I'll get some orders out that have come in over the weekend, so I'll put some orders in. You should do that. These won't be out for a few weeks, so if if you want anything else, you should order now. So yeah, what was brain? The brain is scattering. Just kids. Yeah, so I'm going to take Tuesday and Wednesday off. I'm very adamant about this now. It was theoretical, but I'm definitely like, I've got this dead leg here. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. Hopefully it's going to be sunny. I'll do some garden stuff. I'm going to carry on moving all these bits and bobs around and making it a lovely home, because I've got a ton of it needs to go in the garage, and then the garage needs sorting. I've got lots of new tools this week. Oh yeah, I didn't I need to show you my new tool, but that'll have to be next week, and I'll be able to tell you if it works then too. So I mentioned it on Twitter and just got a million replies from that. It's a multi-tool for different bolt types, but it may be terrible, but I'm very intrigued by it. So I've got a little like racks to disassemble and some other bits and stuff like that. It's not boring, but also exciting, and it's physical stuff, because I've just been so sat at a computer that actually doing these sort of chores is quite nice, because it's just a change and just carrying bits about and all that. It's cool. What other news have we got before I clock off? Any questions this week? So my plans for next week are obviously do that stuff Monday, 2 days off. Then I imagine Thursday I'll be catching up from those orders from the 2 days off. And God, another week's just going to pass really fast, isn't it? This week's gone. Kind of felt so long, but also short. No, I don't think anything else exciting in Bags to Quiddo land anyway. So we've got the handbag bashing lady and Valen. I'm also hoping that if I do get a bit of time, if I get the stuff sorted, I just want to get it cleared, so then I can go back and go through a box at a time sort of thing. So then it's not all at once and overwhelming. But what was I gonna say? Brain. Oh, okay, I've lost it again. I don't know where the brain just disappears off to somewhere. Yes. Oh yes, I still need to get the briefs together for my next load of sculpts. So that when I've got a bit of time too. So I'm slowly getting there. Everything's been really overwhelming. My brain's been rubbish. What's it? Yeah, it's been really rubbish. I've been in this really generally the Annie mood goes like that. It's on a pretty steep roller coaster, but it's just been flatlined at rubbish. So that's good today. Yes. And yeah, the last few days I've been wicked, so that's excellent. Are you gonna make more Women World War II like Bletchley Park? Yes, I've got I've been working on a small post Kickstarter, basically, of some of the models that we didn't get to, that I wanted to do anyway. So now I've sort of gone through, got the Kickstarter done, because I just didn't want to bloat it and delay it further, basically. So there's a few there are secrets at the moment, but I haven't got Bletchley Park as brain. I haven't got Bletchley Park stuff. Yes, because I don't know how to make them as minis. Anything that's sort of indoors, I don't know how to put them into minis that would be used. But I'm interested, because I've obviously got a ton of books on it, and it's always that stuff that's cool, stuff that people buy, and stuff that you can kind of have a use for. So if you convince me on the third bit, I'm in. But yeah, the next big range is the Soviets, and then there's lots of little bits in between, and I am pondering an absolutely out of the blue an out of the blue potential small Kickstarter. Thank you, Andy, for boosting the viewing figures. That they were dropping. I don't know why I just looked upstairs. He's in a room up there. If I point there, though, yeah, hang on, no, because you're there. So yeah, this is neat. I think that's all I've kind of got to go through today. I know, this is crazy. So yeah, I'll be moving more of my stuff around. I put it all on my bed and then went to go to bed because I'd just done too much. And then I've had to clear this little sliver at the side. And it reminds me of being at university. which is also good for my early midlife crisis. That I can like pretend I'm at university now again, rather than having to grow up. Ha, yes. So when I moved here, the kitchen table was like, I'll get placemats and I'll have dinner parties. I've had no dinner parties. I can't even blame COVID and say, damn it, I can't have my regular dinner parties anymore. And now, because I'm having to move all the stuff around, the dinner table is becoming the official hobby table for me. It's like, dang, I won't be able to have all those dinner parties that I totally have. I'll have to paint in the kitchen like a young person. Yes. Neat. Well, keep an eye out this week. I still can't post Facebook videos. I've got like a month left. But I will be posting more spontaneous Instagram story videos. I think they then go onto the feed. So yeah, it's another one of those where I don't want to go. I've kind of ran out of stuff to say, but I don't really want to go. Any more cool reveals or releases? I do need to get on a newsletter for you. I'll do that. And I actually need to update the Kickstarter just to say it's done. Because I've posted everywhere apart from actually that. Yeah, I'm in Zuck jail for like ever. I'm sure as soon as the official time's up, they'll just re-jail me. I can do anything on there, I just can't post live video, which is really odd. Yeah, again, I'm not like, what were the things I was going to say? So showing you those. Got more painted stuff I'll be able to show you next week. So yeah, any orders you want to do, get them in so I can get them shipped tomorrow, and then I will go mostly radio silent Tuesday and Wednesday just to have some actual planned time off that's not just time off because I'm too ill. So that'll be cool. Neat. So thank you all. Thanks for all the loveliness this week. If you can thumb up the video, like and subscribe. If you haven't actually liked, subscribed, and then there's the ding dong bell. If you press that, then apparently you get notifications. But yeah, I'll be asking Andy for some top tips on all this YouTube malark. And do give him a follow. So he's Andy2D6. I'm sure he'll post a link in the text if he's still there. If not, just type it into YouTube. And yeah, he's cool, and that is cool to be in a Wargamer excellent household. Kind of wish I had another room, and then we could make it like super cool. But maybe we're already maxed out at cool now, so I'm not sure. Right, I'm gonna get onto some stuff. I've been watching this other YouTuber, and she sits in front of her bed and always gets dead legs, so I'm quite happy that it's not just me. So neat, thanks for coming along, and especially after my grumpy one last week, I thought I've killed it. I've killed my own channel. Yes, I get very purple. Look how purple it is. Wow. So that's neat. Yay! Right. See you soon. Have a very good week. Hopefully my positivity will shine up. And see you all. There's 2 buttons to click, and I always click one. I think it's gone. There we go. Goodbye.